Hayaya Palestine! Hayaya Abyayalam! As Abyayalam people, you were taught that our name was Latin Americans. We are not Latin Americans, we are Abyayalan. And next time we invite you, when you want to say Latin America, that is not the name that represents our lands or our peoples. It is Abyayalan. So as Abyayalan people, we salute all the peoples who are currently taking part in this historic judgment. We present ourselves here, 531 years after the arrival of genocidal violence to our lands. 531 years of ancestral resistance in defiance of the machine of capitalist imperialism that continues destroying our lands, cosmovisions, and peoplehood. 531 years of firm, steadfast solidarity with all peoples resisting this hydra. We know the time we are in the Pachacuti, a process of unstoppable change and return to the earth, a time codified and foretold in our ancestral wisdom and sacred instruments. We have irrefutable evidence to accuse the School of Oriental and African Studies of violations of our people's rights to decolonization, culturally appropriate education, and self-determination. Evidence that we compiled during a popular assembly of the Abyayalan community. According to the Declaration of the Granting of Independence to Colonial Countries and Peoples, contained in Resolution 1514 of the United Nations General Assembly, all peoples have the right to self-determination. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights establishes in Article 26, everyone has the right to education. This unequivocally includes that education must be free and of good quality, and that at university level it must be accessible to all on the basis of merit, not of capital, aimed at the full development of the human personality and the strengthening of respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. But let us be clear. In these rights codified in different international treaties, we do not see reflected the authority of a system that we already know is unjust. We see reflected the authority of the ambitions of our people and the fruits of our freedom fighters who gave their lives to break the colonial chains of exploitation, subjugation, and historical wickedness. SOAS has been violating the rights set up above while financing the state of Israel in its macabre genocidal nightmare against our siblings and Palestinian people, and therefore it must be condemned as a criminal institution for its complicity in crimes against humanity. To repair these crimes, we declare, it must be transformed from the roots by restructuring itself in the image of our communities that today it hypocritically claims it includes.
Historically, SOAS has played an important role in perpetuating a knowledge system designed to perpetuate colonial violence. Ancestral knowledge is delegitimized by folklorizing and mythologizing it. Denying the fact of ancestrality continues to resist. Is in force and in the heart of our struggle. No ethical research policy can erase the harm that has been done by allowing extractivist research practices. We say empathically, we are not objects of study, we are subjects of history, subjects of revolution. Fields of studies such as the misnamed postcolonial studies allow universities to create niches of knowledge and intellectual elite without any responsibility towards our people and tangible like political projects for decolonization. We hold SOAS responsible for its graduates who unleash destruction in our territories with the arrogance of knowing that they learn the most effective way to be colonial officers for these universities. Structurally, SOAS has played an important role in ensuring our territories remain a slave without any control over our natural resources. In the name of development, and they teach in the classes. They exploit us. SOAS promotes hierarchical structures in education that eradicate a space for civic education. It must allow students to provide the content for the construction of educational programs that that its application is fully accountable to the communities currently resisting imperialism. We will not to be sold the lies of inclusion. We want revolution. Practically, universities are financing war crimes in Palestine. Education is supremely Eurocentric, and the knowledge from outside Europe is not recognized as important. Public universities continue to be classist. The only way working class migrant community who hold ancestral knowledge and resistance can only set food if they are to be part of a cleaning team. We know that education should be free at all levels. Students should not finish their degrees with enormous debts. We denounce that institutions like SOAS refuse to open libraries, among other spaces, to those of us who are not students, and especially to migrants. We demand access to all the knowledge that has often been acquired through the abusive extractivism. They cannot and should not hide it or keep it under lock and key because it does not belong to them. We propose a vision of universities as cooperatives, which include migrant communities, communities of resistance in the territories, staff and students.
To all students and teachers, our communities know of the blood that runs through these corridors. We know that each desk rises above the millions of corpses of our people. We know that resistance is not an option, but an honor. We thank you for inviting us, and we ask for your commitment to count on you. Can we count on you? In 10 years, how are we going to ensure that this institution is a cooperative run by our communities, for our communities, that responds to the liberation that our communities are leading? Thank you.